But I want to talk a little bit about, there's a little bit of controversy going on this year for the jerseys. Have you heard about this at all?
No.
Okay, so for the people not familiar completely with MLS and the jerseys, so you have a primary, which is the one you wear for your home games, and then you have a secondary. So secondary is your away games. So did you see what the big news was about the jerseys?
I didn't. I haven't had time to like catch up on anything.
Well, you're a lucky man, Matt, because tonight I got you. And welcome to the Barggianos podcast. My name is Chuck. I am your hostess with the leastest, and with me, as always, Matt. Matt, I haven't seen you in, it feels like forever.
Oh, it's been forever.
Do me a favor here. Look at me. Let me check out that face. Ooh, pretty as ever. But don't look in the camera. You might break it. All right. Matt, we got something tonight. We have a jam-packed show for you tonight. So I'm going to get right to these drinks, sir. So ring that bell. It's time for a drink. Ooh, yeah.
It tastes different here than Vegas.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Cheaper?
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, buddy, I got to say, we missed you. It's been quite a while.
It's been a little while. That trip was very long and very tiring.
You were gone. Let's see. We recorded an episode remotely in Las
Yes.
Vegas, and that was the last episode, I believe.
Yeah, I was gone almost 7 days in Vegas. It was a lot. I left Saturday afternoon, came back. My plane was delayed, both going out there and coming back.
Gross.
Bright side, win $1,200 in the airport.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
You didn't tell me that.
While I was talking to Jolie, I'm sitting there
Shut up.
playing slots while I'm talking to Jolie. I was like, oh, there's a game I haven't seen before.
No way.
And, I'm just playing, I think it's a $1.76 a spin. Yeah, $1.76 a spin. Then I hit a bonus. I was like, oh, what's this? And, trying to figure out the bonus rounds. And I played and won like $80 and, hit another bonus. And then I was like, oh, I'm going for the gold, like the tallest reels. And, which was a dumb move because it was like a jackpot bonus and you needed different coins. So I took the least amount of spins. So that didn't work out for me. And then like a few spins later, I hit another bonus and, said, ooh, I'm going to do the middle of the road this time, and did the middle of the road and hit like $1,286. Yeah.
What?
So, yeah, I had it up to like $1,340 and then
crazy.
cashed out $1,200 at the airport. So it's a good thing this year for all you non-gamblers out there. It used to be since like 1976, and I'm probably pretty close on that. Maybe it's 68. Anything that you hit on a single bonus round or single spin is anything over $1,200 is taxed. They just switched that January 1st to where it's $2,000.
Oh, okay.
So I got lucky that they raised it. So
That's great. Well, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Good for you.
hit a couple for the first slot machine. And so ironically enough, I didn't think about this until just now. The very first slot machine I played in Vegas, $1,200. The last slot machine I played in Vegas, $1,200.
Man, so how much total did you come home ahead?
Oh, about 2,000 ahead.
Good God, that's not bad for a work trip.
Right. Yeah, I know, right? But very boring, at night by yourself in Vegas, like nothing to do.
I was reading the other day that the gas station slot machines are now illegal in Missouri.
Yeah, they're giving them so long to get them out or regulate them somehow.
That's crazy.
Good luck regulating them.
Well, we'll still get him down here at Barggianos. Don't worry about it. Matt will be up here winning $3,000 a night over.
Right.
Like, hey, Chuck, why is the power not on? I'm like, can't afford it.
So, yeah, that wasn't on your agenda, and I know we got a packed agenda.
No,
but
that's great.
That's a good story for you.
That's a great story. Way to start the show there, pal.
Yeah.
I like that. So anyway, tonight, listeners, we do have a jam-packed show tonight. I don't know if you know this, Matt, but soccer is back.
Soccer is back.
And we know we are very much soccer fans.
Yeah.
We are very big fans of everything, but especially MLS. We are from St. Louis. So as I'm representing right now, for the listeners, I'm wearing my St. Louis City jersey. the original one. But I want to talk a little bit about. There's a little bit of controversy going on this year for the jerseys. Have you heard about this at all?
No.
Okay, so for the people not familiar completely with MLS and the jerseys, so you have a primary, which is the one you wear for your home games, and then you have a secondary. So secondary is your away games. So did you see what the big news was about the jerseys?
I didn't. I haven't had time to like catch up on anything.
Well, you're a lucky man, Matt, because tonight I got you. So apparently they dropped the new secondary jersey. Well, the controversy around it is the jersey is it's a collaboration or a tribute to, in random, Tina Turner.
So is this just the St. Louis City jersey, or is this everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is strictly the St. Louis City's jersey. It's the very first jersey ever. It's historic that Adidas' first ever soccer kit collaboration with a female musical artist. And the reason they're doing it is to honor Tina Turner's career, which launched in East St. Louis.
Okay.
I guess a place called Club Manhattan. So I'm not familiar, but that's what my research said.
I wonder if they turned Club Manhattan into like Club Roxy's.
I'm not sure.
I wonder if that's where her career started, in the shower.
Oh, that's Matt's opinion, not Chuck's. The other one, they're doing charity angle, so proceeds or support a local youth music curriculum. So I guess they're putting some money towards that. So I'm gonna describe it for you. So people are kind of upset because they're saying, what does Tina Turner have to do with soccer? So I kind of agree with that, but I like things that are different. I like things that are out there. So I can respect the other side as well. So the colors, our colors for St. Louis City are normally like you want to call it your pink, kind of dark red, if you will, or just say pink. Well, this one is gold. Okay. So it's gold, like shimmering. So just like Tina Turner or the dresses she used to wear. It's shimmering gold to mimic her stage presence, they said. The big backlash is people are calling it the Wonka golden ticket or the dirty yellow jersey.
Oh man.
People aren't super happy. And then the critics, they basically feel that gold belongs to the LAFC. So it's not really representing the colors of our, we're always, last year we were pink, like white and pink, this dark solid pink. And now all of a sudden we're just this gold. And the other thing that was kind of strange about it is it's not just the colors that's gold. It's the back of it's got like an autograph signature inscribed in the back of it that says, I believe, Tina Turner, and there's a patch at the bottom with her face on it.
Oh,
so it's just a little bit strange. Again, I love the St. Louis City, and again, I applaud them for doing something different. But I do know that we are getting a lot of backlash from that decision. Let's say.
I think the face is a little too much. Signature, okay.
Yeah. I could get down with just that.
Maybe a little too much. But what the city? This is year 3, year 4. I'm trying to think.
I believe it's the 4th year.
But regardless, like we've only say it's year 4. We've only had that trend for 3 years. Our colors. So what starts the city trend?
But I believe your club keeps your signature colors.
Well,
somewhat. I mean, this is you look like Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Sorry for the movie reference, Matt, but it's pure gold. I mean, it looks, there's nothing really in it, at least that I saw, that was relatable to, like last year for the jerseys, they had, it was pink, but mostly all white for the secondary jersey, but they had little like inscriptions or little Easter eggs on the jersey itself. Okay. This jersey I'm wearing right now, the original OG jersey, it's completely pink, the solid color, and it has the words, and you can obviously read it's St. Louis City. The problem people are complaining about is this one doesn't represent the city well enough. So it's almost like they're feeling like they're trying to root for LAFC or a different soccer team. So it's going to be interesting. And they also said that because it's such a controversy, it could be could be worth some money one day, because if a lot of people don't purchase the jersey, they're already kind of predicting that. So who knows if that's going to come to fruition? But
maybe I'll buy one. Yeah,
I thought about it. I didn't have enough time. I was going to go out and get one tonight, and then surprise you since I hadn't seen you for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I said, traditionalists, they like to have the clean white light away kits. It's just a little bit more basic. So this is the complete opposite. They're going super flashy.
I mean, I can appreciate their intent to raise money, But is it purchases from each jersey goes to the music, or
that I do not
okay.
know. I do not know. They're also talking about so the MLS teams, you only get 2 jerseys. This is the only alternative to the red home kit for 2 years.
Yeah.
So they're saying if this would have been a third kit, a kit means, for the audience, kit means the uniform, the shorts, the top. If it would have been a third kit, it might be a little bit more appropriate, or people would have been less complaints about this. But
So they're stuck for 2 years with this?
I'm assuming, I mean, I don't know what kind of promotion this is, but traditionally you have uniforms for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So, and again, I mean, I said with my opinion, I don't really have opinion too much about certain things, but with this one, again, I applaud them for trying something different. I like the gold. I think it's cool. I think it's different. You know me, I'm flashy and like to dress all flashy, but I do question a little bit the Tina Turner reference. Of all the things in St. Louis they could have picked, they picked this. But I also do know that I believe the team is owned by a female, and the female presence is very strong, which I applaud that. I think that's really cool. So maybe it's something along the lines of they're trying to, kind of collaborate and draw that together. So
Support women in business.
yeah, no, absolutely. So I think it's fantastic. So for the listeners, what do you think? Do you guys like this jersey? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's a good step in the right direction? I'd like to hear it. So
I know I'm big soccer fans. I don't pay attention to the kits that much or what's going on in the controversy, but I know we like to have a lot of games up down at Barggianos when the season's going on, watch different teams. So it's cool to have soccer back and some things to watch, because the Cardinals are probably going to be disappointed in some baseball this year.
Yeah. St. Louis is struggling for some sports lately.
Yeah.
The competition. And I can tell you, Barggianos roots them on. We want them all to win. So we're not, I want to say we're fair weather fans, but it's hard to become a fan or stay a fan sometimes when
it's tough.
It's been tough as of late. So hopefully St. Louis City, we are rooting for you, and hopefully we kick some butt this year. And yeah, hopefully Tina Turner can bring that home for us.
Are there any other teams doing something similar or different? I mean, I'll say similar but different. Or have you had?
I don't dig super deep, but nothing came up. Like I usually like to scroll through all the different New Jerseys, just like a little scroll, and it shows you. And this was the only one that I'd seen. So maybe so, maybe not. But
for all of our listeners that are around the country that are soccer fans, I know that might be a slim pool, but if not, let us know about your team, who you're rooting for this year, if they're doing anything different or if they promote. And,
what's your team? Absolutely. So, like I said, we are excited that soccer is back, and I'm sure we'll be talking here and there about that. Maybe get some guests on the show to get some opinions on there. Maybe some players. You don't know.
Yeah.
So if you're an STLC player out there and you're watching us, hit us up.
And then if you're liking what you're hearing, we got new episodes that drop every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday,
12 a.m. Central Standard Time.
That's right.
And we'll tell all of our listeners and our watchers where they can see every single episode.
Yeah, so let's say maybe you're just driving right now, or you're only listening to this. If you don't know, you can watch every single episode of the Barggianos podcast on YouTube and 4K, Matt. If you know that, 4K, very clear. You can see Matt's pretty face close up. And all you got to do to get there is go to youtube.com/@Barggianos. And and we can go back, and I mean we're borderline in 60 episodes here, Matt. So you can binge watch that.
That's awesome.
I was hearing on the streets. You ever heard of Netflix and chill?
Yeah.
So I've heard someone said they were going to Barggianos and chill.
Oh, that sounds excellent.
That's great. So if you guys want to hear our voices doing that, kudos to you.
Or watch us.
Yeah, watch us. But yeah, we like I said, we're trying to get those subscribers up and those counts. So we appreciate everybody checking out, and tell a friend.
Hit that tip jar, like and subscribe, share. We appreciate everybody that's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. But what else was I looking on the old interwebs there? There was I walked into my son's room the other night. It was up kind of late, and I'm like, "What are you doing? What are you watching?" I heard a voice coming from the computer. Dad's worst fear. It wasn't that. Are you familiar, or do you ever familiar with Pokémon cards?
So I don't have my phone on me because it's recording my beautiful face right now. And I'm going to probably misquote this, but there's a guy I know, CTSA, Certified Trading, or maybe CTCA, Certified Trading Card Association.
Okay.
He just started an association to try to level the playing field. I say level. make sure things are being fair out in the market, because there has been times, I think, who scores cards? Beckett?
I'm not super up.
So the company that scores cards, PSA, yeah. So the company that scores cards, rumor has it that they have downgraded scoring cards, maybe scored it like a 7 or 8, and then they go out and purchase these cards and regrade the card.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly.
We say that together on the show. Allegedly.
Allegedly. There's a rumor.
Yes.
I don't know if this is true. This is just hearsay.
Just making that clear.
Yeah.
But that if that's true, that's very interesting.
Yeah, that they will regrade a card higher later. So, but I don't know what his association does. It's pretty new, but he's in a lot of conversations with a lot of these big card companies, getting people to join and collaborate and try to come up with a secure place, a secure association. It's the only one in the card industry.
Right on.
But yeah, so that's about all I know.
So
he's into VFriend is like his big card. Is Gary Vaynerchuk? It's VFriend cards.
I'm not into anything with memorabilia baseball cards. Unfortunately, I'm learning a little bit, but I never got into the Pokemon and all this stuff. But so the other night I walked into my son's room and I hear him a voice, and I'm like, "What is that?" So he was watching. You ever heard of Logan Paul? Of course, the famous YouTuber, wrestler, all these things. Well, it was February 15th. Logan Paul made history by selling his Holy Grail Pokemon card in a record-breaking auction. And so basically, the card that was sold was a 1998 Pikachu Illustrator card. And the reason it's so great is it was the one of only 39 in existence. But Logan Paul's is the only one in the world that's graded a PSA 10.
Okay.
So it's called Gem Mint. Again, not familiar, but Gem Mint, making a unique one of one. I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think he bought this? So he bought the original one. I believe it was like $3 million, $5 million. I don't know. I don't have that. But what do you think he sold that card for?
So he bought it for like $3 or $5 million. Just seeing some stuff that the guy I know post, he probably sold it for $10 million.
$10 million. Oh, I found it here. So he made a massive profit. Logan Paul originally acquired the card in 2021. And again, it sold in 2026. So 5 years he had it. He made a profit. The card sold for $16,492,000. He bought the card for $5.27 million.
Okay, I would have thought double, but tripled in price. That's unbelievable.
So he made basically the sale netted him roughly $8 million in profit after the auction fees.
Who bought this card for $16 million?
I'm glad you asked that, Matthew. I got that answer for you too. The buyer was purchased by AJ Skarmuki. He's a venture capitalist, but this is interesting. He's also the son of former White House communications director Anthony Skarmuki. I'm not political, but I've heard that name before. Some people were kind of calling him like a Nepo baby, all these kind of things with money. But I'm like, hey, you got the money to invest it. The really cool part was, and I remember this again, I watched wrestling and WWE. So Logan Paul became a wrestler. Everyone's like, oh, this guy ain't going to do nothing. Well, he made everybody eat their words. This guy is fantastic. Like, he's a natural athlete, fun to watch. He's got the talks, he's got the looks, he's got the moves. It's really cool. So what he did was his very first WrestleMania he ever wrestled in, he took that card, that $5 million Pokemon card, he put it in like a plastic protective case, like whatever. And then he put he made like a diamond necklace. So the pendant became the card, and he wore that walking out. Yes, Matt's rolling in his eyes, and it was ridiculous as it sounds. But I remember that brought my eyes to something like I never think of Pokemon. So what he was doing, maybe not on purpose, he was making this card even more valuable because it was experiencing moments. It was Logan Paul's, it was WrestleMania, all these things. And the sale included that diamond encrusted Pokemon ball necklace, and the necklace that was diamond encrusted was valued at this approximately $80,000.
That's crazy.
Isn't it nuts?
But who's got $16 million for a card?
Apparently AJ Skarmuki. I'm pronouncing that horribly wrong, but apparently he does. But again, maybe the guy is not, the guy might buy this for $16 million in 10 years. He might sell for 30. You don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but I'm rolling my eyes about the Paul deal because, this card's $5 million. and it's one of one. And the little I know about cards, like he goes out there and goes under the ropes or whatever, and the card gets stuck and gets bent.
Oh, I mean, I'm almost guaranteeing he just walked down the aisle with this thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's wrestling with this card, but
Yeah, I'm just thinking if anything happens to this card,
right.
you know, he just lost $4 million, maybe even, you know, $5 million. I don't know. But just crazy to me that I'm a little upset because I say upset. I'm disappointed. I used to have a bunch of baseball cards, you know, hard plastic cases, you know, in there. And I have no idea where they're at. When I moved from my old house to this house 10 years ago, I couldn't find them. I still can't find them. I thought maybe.
You want to hear some good news?
What's that?
So when we grew up in the 90s and baseball cards and all this stuff, of what I know about these baseball cards, I've heard this from many different sources, is that all those baseball cards that we had as kids are worth nothing.
Yeah, they're not worth much.
The reason is because the market was so oversaturated with baseball cards back then. So, but I'm trying to make you feel good.
It's sentimental.
Okay,
you know?
that makes sense.
It's not because, I think I got, you know, $5,000 sitting here.
Yeah.
It's like, I had a whole 1988 top set.
Yeah.
You know, and
I gotcha.
It's like, you know, I had the big white boxes and, you know, the binders and the hard cases. And I just like to go through there for memories.
Sure.
Is more than
You
anything.
say top set or men
Tops.
men that are topless?
Yeah.
Which one?
Top. It's almost like double men's luge.
Matt texts me when he's on his trip, and he goes, "This is what I was talking about. These guys on top of each other, smushing each other together, and they're going down this ice. Aren't the Olympics great?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's cool."
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. It's like sticking a pig in a round hole. Like that's how they stay on.
You were just trying to make me miss you on the trip.
Yeah, I was.
Slippery Susan, you know. But anyway, so that I thought that was pretty interesting. Where you know a piece of cardboard selling for almost $20 million,
crazy.
and like you said, last thing I want to say is you said who would buy this card for $16 million.
Yeah.
I remember specifically, and I'll ask you. Only 5 years ago, if I said who would buy one Pokemon card for $5.27 million, you'd be like, "You're out of your mind,
right?
You were nuts,
right?"
And then the guy just made $8 million.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to be. And
he made $10 million.
well, the net profit or the auction fees they take that. So
Yeah, they took $2 million in auction fees.
I remember someone who was offer him. I think was it $15 million, but he took the chance to go to auction. It was a choice they had to make too. So anyway, some other interesting news. You know, the UFC's back.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Paramount
Plus we were talking about on the last show or a couple shows ago. And did you see the show coming up in June? What they're doing?
No.
I believe it's June 14th. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's June 14th. They're doing for America's 250-year anniversary. They're doing a UFC pay-per-view on the south lawn of the White House.
Pay-per-view?
Or, you know, like a...
On Paramount?
Yeah, whatever they're going to put it on.
Okay.
But I'm saying they're going to have a fight in honor of the anniversary of America on the south lawn of the White House. How crazy is that?
How does Dana White get there? Like, anybody can say what they want about Dana White, but the UFC was about to go under, you know,
I love Dana White,
3 times over. Like, if you think this guy is not a businessman and the things he did, you know, to get where he's at today, I mean, fantastic. People say what you want, but the guy grew a business that was going under to multi-billion-dollar industry. It's unbelievable. In what, less than 20 years?
Oh, I mean, probably 25 years.
I think it really came alive on The Ultimate Fighter when Stephen Bonner fought Forrest Griffin in the finals. I think that's really what blew UFC up, in my opinion. You know, them guys just beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
And I watched the show live that it was like on, I don't have much of the background, but it was on a channel and those executives came in and kind of wiped UFC out, and he was scrambling around, and then wherever Ultimate Fighter went, that's where it became big on the Stephen Bonner Forrest Griffin fight. And I was intrigued by that show back then.
I never watched the Ultimate Fighter much. I watched it probably early like 05, 08, got into it back then. And then like we've spoke on the show, they started to get too expensive.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited that it's back and it's affordable. And I really am. I'm looking forward to getting back into the whole, excitement. And plus it's so much bigger now too. So,
well, I never watched, like you, I never paid for the pay-per-view, but there was a show, Ultimate Fighter Competition, and that was free.
You watch, I got you.
Yeah, and I always watch it because it's similar to a reality TV show. I mean, it makes
absolutely.
sense, right? Yeah. So I would always watch that show and, watch guys fight in the house, like fucking idiots. But you got to imagine, you got 20 fighters in a house, a bunch of testosterone on guys that just want to fight, like they're playing pool and someone messes up the pool game and they just want to talk shit and fucking fight in the house. It was pretty funny.
Anyway, so this fight's supposed to be like some huge card, and it's like a mystery. No one knows what it's going to be yet, but they're like, there's got to be something crazy. It's like they got to pull in all the big names. So there's a little bit of I won't say controversy, but they were saying, oh, Conor McGregor is going to come back, and that's going to be his big fight back. And then I believe he said something like, he's like, no, I'm not coming back. But then they're saying like they're accusing UFC of like just using his name to promote it. But my brain's like, why would you need to promote a fight on the White House lawn?
Right.
Stuff like that. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I'm looking forward to that, seeing all the big names. And then what was the last one? It was a week ago or something. But you ever heard of Cain Velasquez?
Yeah, so I heard his name and I saw something come across Facebook that he's been released, but I'll be honest, it's so long ago I don't know what happened.
So apparently, what was it? What happened? So he went to jail for what happened was it stemmed from February 22. He was involved in a high-speed chase with he fired a vehicle into a moving car at a guy named Harry Goulardi. The man was accused of molesting a young relative of Velasquez. So a lot of these people were saying it was justified. So he missed the guy he was aiming at, but he struck the guy's stepfather. So because of this, luckily he didn't die. It was a non-life threatening injury. But because of this, he had to go to jail. And they said he on February 15th, Cain was released from prison. And then after spending approximately 11 months in the California State Prison. So, and he was reunited with his family, thank God. But yeah, he was originally sentenced to 5 years in prison.
That's a UFC guy?
Yeah.
Maybe he's fighting on the South Lawn.
Well, I'm not kidding. I mean, there might be some of those, stories where it's like, hey, again, there wasn't one person I knew that was like, not new, but heard. I mean, all these fighters, Dana White, I believe I read that Dana White posted the bail for him originally to get out of jail. Okay. So, I mean, it was like a couple $1 million or whatever. Too. Yeah. So he's really supporting that. But the other crazy part is, what was it? So he got out of jail for 5 years, or instead of going to jail for 5 years, but he's got probation, all that kind of stuff. But the crazy part is the guy that allegedly did this and who he was shooting at, he's still facing felony charges for lewd acts with a minor, and his trial is pending, which is going to happen on April 15th, 26. So this guy just got out for shooting at a guy. Then the guy that got shot or was getting aimed at, the alleged bad guy, he's going to be getting sent. It's just such a weird story of, I feel for that. I feel for Cain and his family, and it's horrible. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. And so, yeah, a lot of UFC news coming out from that camp. But Cain Velasquez was also in the WWE. He kind of he guest starred, as I call them, the special celebrities that come in and kind of hang out and do a fight or two and stuff like that. And that was kind of the last I believe I heard of him. And he's our age too, so I didn't know he was as old as us. But you okay, Matt?
Well, I need to sneeze, but it's.
Let me tickle your nose.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just gonna stop the show for a second. Watch Matt as he sneezes.
Yeah. So was Brock Lesnar a guest, or what? Did he start as a wrestler and go to UFC, or? Vice versa? No. Again, your boy Chuck's a huge wrestling fan. Right, I know. That's why I'm asking.
That's why I'm giving you a break. So, yeah, Brock Lesnar has been WWE. His whole career started there, and then he got the bug. He wanted to go over to UFC and fight, and the dude is just a beast. He was my favorite fighter to watch because it was like a caveman beating up anybody, like me beat shit out of you. And I loved watching him. That's kind of what got me into the UFC more. And I'm sure the crossover feature and factor, but apparently he was like a collegiate, really collegiate wrestler, all these awards and stuff. And then his class that started with the WWE, it was the same year that started with John Cena, Randy Orton, Batista, and him. I mean, there were some big names that came out of that graduating class, if you want to call it that. And he eventually went over. He's one of the very few wrestlers that had a successful crossover into the UFC, because there was other ones, like, you ever heard of CM Punk?
No, name sounds familiar, but maybe just from you talking, or
again, love CM Punk, one of my favorite wrestlers and all that stuff. But he threw his boxing gloves in there, if you will, and gave it a chance, and it just didn't go very well, unfortunately. But I think it's a lot harder than people realize.
Yeah.
And kudos to him for trying. It was great, but not a lot of people have success on the crossover. But Brock Lesnar, freak of nature, the guy became a champion. I'm not sure if it was like the second match he had, but I mean, just beat the living pulps out of people. It was super fun to watch. So
Jolie was just telling me a story. You might enjoy this. He was telling me a story when I was out in Vegas. That Cowboy Bob, you remember Cowboy Bob
Orton?
Yeah. So, if anybody doesn't know, Cowboy Bob and his son Randy from the good old town of Florissant, Missouri. Mm-hmm. That's where Joel and I grew up. And when Joel was in elementary school, Cowboy Bob showed up to his school in his wrestling attire. Do you think that would happen today, that they would allow a wrestler to show up like that?
I want to see why not.
Please explain to the guests what Cowboy Bob's attire was.
What? Cowboy Bob, he just had his tights on?
No, if you want to call them tights, he was wearing his
trunks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got
the Speedos.
Back then, I mean, they still wear this stuff, but that was more thought of as like your costume. Like, they'd be like, remember Batman showing up to the stuff? I don't think if it was a random man showing up in some whitey tighties, I might be like, what is going on here? And a guy, if there was no such thing as a Cowboy Bob, that would be different. But this guy was a well-known, hero to people, especially local. And so, no, I don't think that was wrong at all. But yeah, if you were, if I showed up to my kid's school wearing some wrestling trunks and a cowboy hat, it might be a little bit questionable.
Yeah. So he had Cowboy Bob visit him when he was in elementary school.
I love Cowboy Bob. He was in the first WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And his gimmick was he always had a broken arm. So that was like the big thing. So anytime they would cheat, he would just take his arm or whatever, and he would just beat the hell out of people. And yeah.
Okay.
So I love me some wrestling. If any of the listeners, anybody into wrestling, am I the only one on the show? I know, Matt, you're not very familiar.
No, it's not. It's not enough reality for me.
Actually, now that you say that, it's very similar. It's about storylines.
I know.
That's weird. I've never thought of that.
It would take you so long to get into it.
Not really, no. So WrestleMania is like their reset. So once that starts over, all these storylines are resolved.
Oh, okay.
Quote unquote resolved, and then it's just like a fresh start.
New season.
Yeah. I think they do call it seasons on the actual TV, but not like in real life. Those guys have a rough life. I mean, that's like 300 days a year on the road, and I could not even imagine. I mean, I think I missed one step yesterday, and my foot still hurts today. You imagine getting thrown around a ring every night into tables, and I couldn't imagine what your body feels like.
My back would hurt.
Ugh.
My leg would hurt.
Yeah.
My finger would hurt. My eyeballs would hurt. I'm tired from traveling 7 days.
I'm tired from listening to you complain. I don't know what to tell you. But no, I hear you, buddy. You are a traveler, man. I don't travel much, so I'm not even going to try to pretend that I know how you feel.
Yeah, it was rough. And then, oh my gosh. So Southwest, man, what a nightmare lately.
Why is that?
And everybody's complaining about it on the internet. So Southwest used to be known for, sit wherever you want and free bags. Well, back in, I think it was like May or June or April of last year, they started charging you for bags. Well, starting like February 2nd or 3rd, you have assigned seating now at Southwest. So they've changed their whole motto. And in my opinion, they're pricing themselves out of the market. Like, it used to be cheap, check your bag, cheap. They go to a lot of regional airports, so it was simple, out of St. Louis, a lot of direct flights. But it's just not that way anymore. Everything, I mean, you price them, to a Delta, to a United, And by the time you do the bag fees, if you want an exit row now, or if you want premium seating in the front, like it costs you more. You might be cheaper to fly Delta, United, or American. You might have a layover coming from St. Louis, depending on where you're going. But I have the Southwest card, so I still get one bag free. But I am a big overpacker, especially when I go on these work trips like I did. Dress code,
You pack a lot of underwear, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to shit yourself every day?
Yeah, absolutely. At least 3 extra pair. So, it's like, hey, maybe jeans and a shirt at night, maybe jeans and a jacket. And my closest friends know that I'm very OCD. I got a shower, and I actually texted you the other day with Jolie because this was a big debate on, washing jeans and everything else. So every time I wear a suit, like it doesn't matter. I can go to church. I can just go to a wedding, like whatever it is. I wear it one time, whether it's an hour or 5 hours, whether I'm drinking or not drinking, like it goes right to the cleaners.
Yeah.
And I clean it. Well, apparently that's not normal.
I don't. Well, you can continue, but I think suit jackets would be different. I think but jeans and suit jackets I would think would be a different category of what you're saying. At least in my opinion.
That's a topic for another show.
Yeah.
Because I did some research, and me and you are not normal.
Okay.
But the dress code was different between the day and the night, and being there. So I was like, man, my luggage feels heavier than 50 pounds. I just didn't know, but I could carry it with one hand down the stairs. I was like, I'm going to be close. I get to the airport, and 50 pounds is your limit in your luggage before you got to pay a fee. Mine was over 50 pounds. It was 57 pounds. How much do you think, since you are a non-traveler, that they charged me for an overweight bag?
I'm going to go, this is my opinion, kind of high, just because you're saying it like this. I'm going to say $30.
$100. And,
oh, no.
And keep in mind, I have to come back. My luggage ain't getting lighter.
Oh, that happened to me one time, and I ended up leaving a lot of stuff behind because it was something similar. I don't know if it was $100, but I invested in one of those luggage scales, or you want to call it. It hooks on your handle and it tells you. But that's awful. That's so awful. But you know what? You prove them wrong. You give the big FU finger up. You know what? Because you walked away with $1,200 of their money from the airport.
So, but here's the kicker: if I wasn't lazy out in Vegas, I could have went and bought a $20 duffel bag. What killed me is my shoes. I had 3 pair of shoes, and then my toiletry bag. I'm sure those alone weighed 15 pounds. If I were to check a separate bag, only cost me $45.
Yeah.
So I could have bought a duffel bag for $20 and thrown everything in the duffel bag and saved myself $35. But I was like, what do I need an extra duffel bag for? But I could have thrown the duffel bag away, even though.
The best part of it is, if you think about it, it's all going on the same plane anyway.
I know.
Either you're going to charge you, or they're not, or it's separate, or this and that. It's just it's asinine.
Yeah, I don't know what the other airlines charge, and this is the first time ever in my many years of traveling I was overweight on my luggage. But I'm like, $100. It kind of pissed me off.
Yeah.
My plane's delayed. Checking in, I knew I was close, and
can I tell the audience why you were really overweight on your luggage?
Oh. I can only imagine what's going to come out of your mouth.
It's not as bad as you think. Hold on.
Okay.
So Matt told me the reason that his luggage weighed so darn much was because he went and he could not stop himself from buying so many great items from the Barggianos merch shop. He went to shop.barggianos.com and he purchased so many pieces of merch. And you said you just going to quit putting things in your cart, right?
I did bring my Barggianos merch with me. I sent you a picture.
You did send me a picture. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are we worldwide yet? Or
no? I'm just United States. Okay. I mean, we do have viewers worldwide. We talk to one all the time. He pops on live all the time. So
it's true.
Props to him.
But apparently we're bigger in Canada too.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of the analytics. So we like our Canadian neighbors.
And what's crazy is I think like the total Canadian population is smaller than the state of California.
Really?
I think so. I don't know. Someone in the audience is going to fact check me and tell me how dumb I am.
Fix his comment or comment on that and tell us what the real gist is here. I think Matt, you said California is the same size as Canada, population wise.
Population, I believe California has more people population than Canada.
Okay.
I'm going to look it up when we're done with the show.
Okay. Well, I like that.
See how smart or dumb I am.
Thanks for researching. Well, yeah. Matt, I think we said it all night. We talked a little Tina Turner, as the episode was called tonight. What's Tina Turner got to do with it? We talked about a little UFC action, a little Conor McGregor maybe coming back, and we learned that you like to overpack.
And we learned that people pay ridiculous amount for PSA certified cards.
Pokemon cards. Hashtag Pokemon.
Right.
That'll get us some views, right? I don't know. I don't know. But again, we want to thank everybody for taking a few moments out of their life and listening to Matt and Chuck, and we really appreciate it. If we could hit that like and subscribe button, it'd mean a lot to us.
Absolutely. And shop at Barggianos.
Yeah. Why not? Everyone needs a nice shirt.
Shirt, koozie. Buy anything you need there. And if it's not on the site, just let Chuck know. I'm sure he can go get it and put it on the site.
The last thing is I was teasing a special announcement last episode, and I had a bump an episode because you were out of town. I wanted you to be in person to hear this because it's huge. So the special announcement is starting soon. I'm going to announce when, but I'm going to have little custom T-shirts for each little holiday.
Okay.
It's a little different events, but the kicker is they're only going to be available for a limited time.
Okay.
So once they're gone forever.
Gone for good.
Yeah. Gone for good.
All right. Excellent.
We'll keep that down the line. But again, thanks everybody for tuning in. And Matt, until next time.
Barggianos out.